What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wakefield FC Road to Glory career mode. So far, if you've missed the first few episodes up until this point, we've already been promoted from League 2. We finished in third place. We got automatic promotion. Now we're in the trenches of League 1. It's not going as easily as it did in League 2, but we are fighting for those playoff spots at the moment. So that's what we'll do right now. We'll take a look at the team sheet and firstly where we are in the league table. Let's go check it out right now. So as you can see here, we are currently outside of the playoff positions, but we are right there. Honestly, it's just on goal differential right now that has MK Dons in and us out. So again, for a team that the board objectives is don't get relegated, 7th place is pretty good right now. We even have a stretch goal of finishing in the top half after 2 seasons. So at the at what point we are right now, it's looking pretty good. So what got us here? We'll take a look at the team sheet that has us sitting in 7th place right now. So this is what the team is looking like. Ollie Burke actually he was very, very good last episode. Scored 4 goals with them in a couple of games. We have Kaya, who started out as somewhere around the low 50s before moving to a center attacking midfielder, and now he continuously grows. He's up to 67 now. We have the couple loanees here in Hall and Bradley doing well. So they're doing really good here. We have our free agent signing, Regan Poole, Gideon Jung, who we got from one of our free pre-contract agreements last season. And basically, we have, where is our boy? Here he is. Carney Chukwuemeka has finally been cleared from his 7-month injury. So we still got to get him back to match sharpness. And at the same time, he's gone down 2 overall points. He started at 64. By the end of season 1, he was at 68. Actually, not even by the end of season 1. Like, just over halfway through, he was already up to 68. And then he got that terrible knee injury that's taken him down 2 pegs. Hopefully, we can see him bounce back in a couple of the matches in this episode. Next, we'll go take a look at the calendar and see where things stand. So there's a couple busy months upcoming here. We have Northampton in the Papa Johns. We're going to sim this one for sure. A, because they dominate me apparently. And B, because it's just the Papa Johns with all due respect. If we win, we'll go take a look in November in a second. But we're going to sim that one for sure. We'll play the home game against Wigan. And going into November, if we sim the Northampton game and win, there's a chance I'll play the Bolton game, even though I hate playing my boys. But if we win, maybe we'll play the Bolton game. But if not, we're definitely going to play the Portsmouth away game. They have their ground in the game, so it's always cool to play at a licensed game in such a low level. So it's cool. So we'll definitely play that one. Yeah. So I think even if we do win against that, we won't play the Bolton game. We're gonna play Wigan at home and Portsmouth away. So let's get right into it and jump into the highlights. So like we said, up first would be a tough task of Wigan Athletic. This is a championship team that has fallen down back to League 1 again, and it would be them on the front foot very early on. It looks like Regan Poole won the ball and then Carney intercepts, but one of the biggest annoyances of FIFA is when you're already doing an intercepting motion and then you get tackled by the computer. So just like that, it was 1-0. Only a couple minutes later, after the ball we passed around a lot, it would come to Will Keane again, and within 13 minutes, he already has 2 goals on the day. Wakefield will look to get one back, as they will be played in. The original cross is blocked. The ball comes to Blake, and after a few deflections, the Wigan keeper comes up with it still. It's 2-0 at halftime, and unfortunately for Wakefield, I don't think it would get much better. As we see here, Ferguson would play the ball into Burke, who has his shot deflected, and it goes over the bar. That's the type of game this one was. Deep into this one, with Wigan still up 2-0, a very weird taken free kick because this game hates crossing the ball for some reason. They'll just play the ball into the area, and it's another for Wigan, as this one would end 3-0, a very tough loss to take at home for Wakefield FC. Jumping now to the Portsmouth game away. Wakefield were hoping for a better result, but a little bit of spoilers here. This was not for the offensively gifted here, as most of this one would be for Portsmouth as they work the ball down the wing. The ball, like always, comes to the center, but this time Nyland makes a big save. 20 minutes later, Nyland will be called into action again, as the ball would eventually come to Bishop, but Nyland comes out well again and keeps it 0-0. It stayed that way into the second half, where again it would be Portsmouth bringing all the attack, as it would be Curtis coming down the left side. The ball comes to Santuro, but his shot goes wide of the post. Here is our best chance at anything in this game, and it comes through Sterry, whose ball into Burke is just dealt with away. I felt obligated to at least show one highlight offensively from Wakefield, and that's how this one would end 0-0. So after a very lackluster performances by me, the Sims weren't much better. We technically went undefeated last month, but it was one win, or so we went undefeated in the league because we did lose to Bolton in that Papa John game. That's fine. In the league, we won 1 and drew 3. And as you can see against that game against Portsmouth, it was not very pretty. So we might have to look to changing the formation again. It kind of feels stale. And we slipped a little bit in the table as well. As you can see, we're on 33 points. We're now away from automatic promotion by 11 points. And that last playoff spot is drifting away with Barnes having a 5-point lead on us. So we'll have to take a look and see what we can do here. Taking a quick look at the team sheet here, you can see that Chukwuemeka has made his way back into the starting 11. He's playing as a central midfielder. I've converted Lavia to a central defender, and he's gone up too. So it looks like it was a good choice in the end, because it was his passing shooting was very low for a center midfielder. But changed him to center back, and it seems to be doing good. But at the same time, we're just getting dominated at the back, and I think it has something to do with Young being our tallest center defender at 6'2". So I'll quickly jump now to the transfer hub and see what the new targets are for the January window. So I've targeted these 3 players here, who are all central defenders. They all are very tall, 6'4", 6'5", 6'5". So I'll have to watch out for Christoph Zimmerman and Frederick Alves, who are both injury prone. And then I will try to, the first move we're going to try to do once we get back from our next round of games, we'll try to loan Reese Williams in, and maybe even, so he's unwilling to locate, but we can get him on a loan deal. And with these 2, maybe even buy them outright. We'll see. It looks like Alves is too important to the club, but Zimmerman might be an option. So we'll see. But yeah. So we'll take a look at the calendar and see where we are. Before we go ahead and look at the calendar, actually, there's a couple notes that came up here. We sold both our backup goalies for very, very little. They're going to be free agents anyway, but they weren't getting any action, to be honest. And then, but Billy Morgan will be going for £360,000 to get us a £250,000 added to our budget. And then we finally, I probably should have done this with the other 2, is went the loan to buy option. So Fokaev is on the way out, I believe. If I think he has to approve the loan first, but the other 3 are confirmed. Again, looking at the calendar, a very, very congested month here. We got 7 games on the month of December. This Oxford United one is the FA Cup game. We got Bolton again, Plymouth, Blackpool. These are all top tier clubs too in the league right now. So December is not going to be an easy month. And then going into the January transfer window, we got 4 more games. Oxford again, Fleetwood, Barnsley, and Wigan. So what we'll do is we're going to play again 2 of these 11 games, and then jump back in, and then hit the the January transfer deadline day to close off this episode. Let's jump into the highlights. So up first would be this game against Port Vale, and Wakefield looking to turn things around. And unfortunately, again, it would not be the start that Wakefield would have wanted. Inside the first 13 minutes, Port Vale were already up thanks to a Wilson strike past Nyland, making it 1-0 Port Vale. The attack continued here with Nyland coming off the line and then having no animation to block the pass, just stood up straight, and it's 2-0 Port Vale. Thankfully for Wakefield, however, we would be getting on the board in this one as the ball came to Kaya, who spins nicely and puts the ball past the Port Vale keeper to make it 2-1. That was a score going into the second half, where Wakefield looked to at least try to carry the momentum in with them into the second half, but it's Port Vale who sliced open the Wakefield defense, this time Nyland coming out making a huge save. That would be a big difference maker, as the ball chipped in here was initially dealt with, but Carney wins the ball down to Kaya, and the young Greek has his second goal of the game, tying this one at 2. Wakefield would actually complete the comeback. Into the 84th minute, the ball comes to Lewis Hall, who lets the shot go from about 20 yards out, and it finds the back of the net, giving Wakefield the 3-2 lead on the road. Port Vale wouldn't have enough time to have any sort of attack in this one, and this would be a huge 3 points for Wakefield as they come back from 2-0 down to win it 3-2. Again, on the road, massive result. The second game we'll be looking at here is Wakefield at home to Oxford United. Keeping with the theme of this video, it would be the computer with the first chance of the game, initially saved by Nyland, and then again another save by Orion Nyland. A nice double save there early on in this game. But nothing can do about this one here in the 40th minute as Jones comes streaming in, find himself a gap, and he scored 1-0 at halftime. Wakefield would have to come back from a deficit again, and it's Saidou Ibrahim who I believe gets his first goal for the club to make it 1-1 very early into the second half. Oxford would look to take their lead back, but another big save by Nyland keeps it 1-1, and that would be big, as in this corner here, there is deemed as someone had taken down Young. So Burke will step up for the penalty, and he converts, giving Wakefield the 2-1 lead. The first highlight package wasn't very kind, but at least we're coming back in this second one here. And Ferguson had a chance to put the game away. Unfortunately, his strike goes right at the keeper. But happily for Wakefield, Lavia makes a good defensive stop here, and the ball gets cleared, and Wakefield will be able to hold on to the 2-1 win. So after those fantastic comeback wins, you can see it's taken us into the playoffs, and we're hanging on there by 3 points with a game in hand. So that was those comebacks were really important. We're still alive in the FA Cup, which is fantastic. We just simmed the last sim of the month of January was a 1-0 win against Wigan, so that was even bigger. I didn't even realize how close that was, but it's making a big difference. And we're currently in that last playoff spot. So great news. We're still 10 points back of an automatic playoff automatic promotion spot. We're 10 points behind Bolton. Well done, boys. And it looks like Sheffield Wednesday is running away with this one, as they are 11 points clear of automatic promotion. So still a ton of work for us to do. Before we check out the transfer hub, there was a big sell to Galatasaray, a really big team coming in. They gave us a $6 million offer for Stefan Novak. We had to accept that. They're a much bigger team there, and we've been allocated £4.4 million. So that's big, and we're going to try to make that count right now. So we first need to get a replacement in for Novak, and unwilling to relocate at this time, so hopefully a loan deal might work. It might just say yes. I don't know. I had a couple guys who were unwilling to relocate, but they ended up moving on loan. So we can get just basic terms. Reese Williams here. They might say no to a 1 year. Yeah, just short term. Okay, that's no problem. Just to fill a gap for now. Ooh, making a lot of wages. Hopefully it's 35. Well, they want me to go 60-40. Not sure I can handle it. Let's go 50-50. Hopefully they say yeah. Okay, perfect. So that would be that'd be a big signing. Again, we need to do the we need to sign another American, and I think we're gonna take. Is it a waste to take it on Bobby Wood, their 31-year-old striker? I mean, he has great athleticism, good strength, good jumping, but I don't know. We'll have to see there. Another order of business is I might go ahead and pick at a Bolton player here, and Dapo Afolayan might be our one free pre-contract signing if he can agree. Obviously, he'd be a crucial player at 71 overall. He wants contract 1. Let's try to at least get it to 2. Come on, Dapo. You disregard release clause. And what's that bonus here? We can't see behind. He basically wants £100,000 in bonuses because the here, we'll go ahead and remove that bonus and then just put it at a straight up 75. I think should do the job. And we still have a ton of cash if this goes through, and it does. So there's our pre-contract signing is Dapo Afolayan. It'll be a big help next season. Hopefully, it'll be in League One. Sorry, in the championship. But even if it is in League One, still it's a very, very class player. And it's showing Dapo arrived now, which I don't think that's correct because it's only at the end of the season. But I don't know. FIFA are trying new things, but unfortunately nothing's perfect. And he can play left wing, could also play a center attacking mid, so that's a big signing there. We'll wait to see what happens with Reese Williams. But still, as you can see here, as we're at the team sheet, Connor Bradley now is 71. Lavia playing as a center back now. Chukwemeka back up to 68, and Ollie Burke at 72. So the squad is coming along rather nicely. So we'll go ahead and advance a day here. Still, simulate trading, that's right. And then we'll see if what Reese Williams says. Oops, nothing yet. Advance an hour because we are at deadline day now, which I guess we don't have. Oh, and he's just been loaned. All right, so I guess I didn't catch that quick enough. That was our logo. I was afraid he got loaned out somewhere else. So that's another big signing. Reese Williams, welcome to the club. For now. Okay, so that's big. Have him slot in the middle. Sterry offer. No, we don't have another right back, so we'll just go ahead and reject right away. And then where else could we use? So maybe I will. I don't know what else to do there for the just to keep the board happy again. Bobby Wood gives us something different up front. I don't mind this at all. We'll approach to sign. It shouldn't be too much. Another player face in the squad, so that's always nice. And it'll give us actually some veteran presence here. So we'll go ahead and he's 31. It's not the oldest. We have guys in front of him. Maybe he'll take rotation, and he will take rotation. That's actually really nice to start building some squad depth. 2 years. He likes. Disregard release clause, and then again the bonus is what we can get away with. This for probably a 30. Well, let's just not to lose it here. Let's go 35 for a pretty cheap wage, honestly. And he's gonna join the club, so that's perfect. Again, another cutscene for Bobby Wood. Great stuff. Okay, yes. 0 transfers. We haven't really spent much on players, eh? Hopefully that can make a change to that rather soon with a big. I don't know how this works, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the squad hub. And I'm going to try to sign Connor Bradley full time. Approach to buy. Well, I'm not sure how this works. So offer current market value 3 million. Be the whole thing right now, but it is a great young player. We'll see if they'll take that. That'll do, honestly. So I'm not sure, is he just ours now? Like, I don't know what just happened. So is he gonna be in transfer hub? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's kind of strange. So never seen that before. But hopefully he's just ours now. I don't know. Never seen that. And then I honestly, I don't know what to do at this point with squad depth. Maybe we can use maybe just one more lone player just to add a little bit of depth to the. I probably need another center mid, honestly, but there's no chance we can grab this guy because let's just try. I don't think they will. Yeah, no chance. Okay, so it looks like we might be done there because there's no one else. There's no one else to go grab right now. Again. No, well, I wish I knew if that signing for. Yeah, because they're saying player negotiation. I don't know where that is. Okay, here we go. Okay. So here it is. I would have sucked to miss that. Gonna give you a crucial role at the club. Maybe it's a bit unrealistic having him leave Liverpool, but they're offering him to sell him 5 years, except for that 1 year. That's tough. We'll go ahead and do at least 2. Okay. This release clause, and then that's big wages for the kid there. We'll go 20,000 with 100,000 signing, and they're happy with that. So it has him walking in again, even though he's currently playing for us. But it's on permanent deal now. That's huge because this is one of my favorite players in real life right now. It says never fall in love with a lone player, but at the same time, Connor Bradley is my favorite Bolton Wanderer this year, and now he can play both left wing back and right wing back. So it's a big deal here. So I think we'll call it that. We have Bolton heavy team with Dapo coming in next season. Connor Bradley now is in full, and maybe one last thing we can look for. If we go to search player, what if we go to our old buddy? Has a release clause of 4 mil. We don't have that right now. We're going to shortlist and transfer and see. I'm not sure how much cash I had left, to be honest. 2 million. So if we offer a transfer fee of 2 million, now Wakefield FC just throwing around the cash. Okay, so that won't work because we're gonna need some extra money to sign him. That might do. And it was way under. It was worth a shot. So maybe we'll go investing it into the youth system or whatever. But I think that's it for now for transfers, and I think it was a pretty successful window. But before we call on the episode, there's one more thing we got to take a look at, and it's the youth academy as the youth staff's been hard at work finding us some gems. So if we look at this, Theo Rogers is a 63 overall keeper. He just turned 16, so that's big, and he has the potential of 78 to 94. That's obviously amazing. We found this guy here in Germany. We have our better scout in Germany right now, Florian Schneider, who's already a 64 with a 78 to 94 potential. And then we still have our buddy over here, Jonathan Wilkinson, who's still 15, who has an 85 to 91 overall potential. So obviously big things coming from him. Got to change up his development plan soon. But some very promising things coming up in the youth squad. So Not going to sign anybody yet, just in case, because we already signed up Ollie Blake. So we won't sign the second one yet in case one of these big guys with the high potentials want to leave. So we're just going to try to hold it out as long as possible. If we make a signing, I'll definitely let you guys know. So that is what we're going to call it on this episode. If you haven't already, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Leave a comment down below. What do you want to see going forward with the team? Any improvements you want to see made? Any suggestions on players I could look for grabbing in on loan or even as a permanent transfer now, as Wakefield FC are starting to even get some funds in. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks again for watching and stay tuned for the next episode coming soon.